A very good morning to one and all. I, Dr. Sunain, on behalf of Amity Institute of Food Technology, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, welcomes you all to 6th AMIFOST 2 days International Conference on Multidisciplinary Approach for Healthy and Sustainable Foods in association with Nutrition Society of India, Delhi chapter. I request our dignitaries and delegate to kindly join us on the stage. Please, sir. We have stage. Thank you, sir. I request our HOI sir, Professor V.K. Modi, to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Prabhat Kumar Nema, Director, National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship. Okay, sorry. I request Selva Murthy sir to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Professor Prabhat Kumar Nema, Director, National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management, Kundli, Haryana. I request Modi sir to kindly felicitate Selva Murthy sir, Director General, ADSI and President, Amity Science Technology and Innovation Foundation. Thank you, sir. Light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels the darkness of night, similarly, blessings brings in our life prosperity and happiness. To make this morning a blessed one, evoke Goddess Saraswati by kindling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. For seeking these choicest blessings, for the same, I invite our chief guest, delegates and dignitary to kindly kindle the lamp. Thank you, sir. Now I request Ms. Mandeep Kaur, Assistant Professor, Convener, Amity Institute of Food Technology, Amity University, for her welcome address.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good morning to respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, our esteemed invited speakers, distinguished delegates, participants, and dear students. I feel extremely privileged to welcome everyone to this much awaited international conference, AMIFOST 2023, on multidisciplinary approach for healthy and sustainable foods, as it marks the 6th yearly conference by Amity Institute of Food Technology. This time, the conference is being jointly organized by Amity Institute of Food Technology and Nutrition Society of India, Delhi chapter. The conference agenda covers a wide range of interesting themes related to various branches of food technology, food processing, food sciences, and nutrition. As all of us are aware that the current year 2023 has been declared as International Year of Millets. Now there is a renewed focus on the nutrition on these nutritious grains. So it is going to take a lot of effort to change the mindset and lifestyle of consumers towards a millet positive diet. So AMIFOS 2023 will be a platform where we can generate new ideas, explore innovative solutions, and make meaningful contributions to this field. I would like to express my gratitude towards you all who sincerely contributed to this event in order to make it happen today in this form. This wouldn't have been possible without the support of each and everyone present here. I accord a genial and very warm welcome to the esteemed dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, distinguished delegates, invited speakers, and participants. Our aim is to foster collaborations and dialogue among experts from different fields and to identify the opportunities for innovation and action. AIFT, that is Amity Institute of Food Technology, deems it to be privileged to have been supported by the sponsors McCain, Suhana, PepsiCo, Marvel Tea, BTW, Orica, Abrosa, and Quilsage. We warmly welcome you all to this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Professor V.K. Modi, Head of Institute, Amity Institute of Food Technology, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, to kindly introduce the theme of the conference.
Good morning to all. Respected Founder President Sir, Dr. Ashok Chauhan ji, respected Chancellor Sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, Dr. Professor Balvinder Shukla, respected Dr. Prabhat Kumar Nimaji, Director, National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management, popularly we called it NIP from NIPTAM. Today's chief guest of the International Conference, 6th AMIFOS 2023, respected Dr. W. Salvamurthy Sir, President of ASTIF, Dr. Nutan Kaushik, DG Food and Agriculture Foundation, and Professor Dr. Bani Tambar, Delhi University, and convener of our today's conference from Nutrition Society of India, Delhi chapter, and our co-partner in organizing the conference, my dear dignitaries, distinguished guests, deans, directors, HOI, dear colleagues, participants, delegates, and students. It gives me an immense pleasure to be here today to welcome and to address the International Conference 6th AMIFOST on multidisciplinary approach for healthy and sustainable food focusing on millets. It gives me a great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome personally and on behalf of Amity Institute of Food Technology to welcome our most respected Honorable Founder President Sir, Dr. Ashok Chauhan ji, Amity University, for taking time off from your busy schedule to join this conference, 6th AMIFOST. At present, he may join anytime online to the conference. Sir, your all priceless thoughts always keeps us in forefront to conduct national or international events time to time. We welcome you, sir. I wish to take this opportunity to welcome the respected Honorable Chancellor, sir, Dr. Atul Chauhan ji, Amity University. Sir, your guidance and encouragement for building the institute proved highly motivated. We welcome you, sir. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome to our today's chief guest, Dr. Prabhat Kumar Nirma, Director, National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management. It's an honor for us. Dr. Nirma accepted our invitation with just one call to be a chief guest for today's conference. We welcome you, sir. It gives me a great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla, Honorable Vice Chancellor Madam, Amity University, for taking time off from her busy schedule to join this important inaugural function. Madam is also going to join shortly online. Your all guidance and encouragement always keeps us fresh and active to do more and more. We welcome you, Madam. I especially honored to welcome Dr. W. Shalvamurthy sir, President of MIT Science, Technology and Innovation Foundation, for joining this important event. Sir, you always keeps us motivated to conduct event from time to time. We welcome you, sir. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Nutan Kaushik, Director General, Amity Food and Agriculture Foundation, Amity University, for joining today's AMIFOST. Your guidance always motivates us. We welcome you, Madam. It's also an honor to welcome Professor Dr. Bani Tambar, Delhi University, and convener of Nutrition Society of India, Delhi chapter, and our co-partner in organizing this conference. We welcome you, Madam. It gives a great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to all our guests and honored speakers, faculties, participants, and students. Last but not least, it's my pleasure and privilege to welcome to one and all. First point comes to address about the theme of the today's conference. The title, Multidisciplinary Approach for Health and Sustainable Foods. This topic was chosen to encourage discussion and deliberation to provide solution toward the food processing sector. Further, this year is declared Millet of the Year. I am sure will sweep technologically changes and will offer new opportunities to food industry. Under today's conference title, we have three aspects. The first aspect comes as in the title, multidisciplinary approach. Second, that is the point, it is the health. And third, it is the sustainable food. So under these three disciplines or three approaches, question comes to answer why it is important. Multidiscipline, health, and sustainable food. Why these three are important for the food sector? The answer lies in the stream, food science and technology. The course or the technology or the subject, the food science and technology, which is a multidisciplinary course, which includes subjects on processing, preservation, newer product development, chemistry, biochemistry, microbiology, quality, safety, and marketing aspects of food and food products, and above all, engineering. So, and further, malnutrition is such a widespread problem that must be a part of the multidisciplinary approach to balance the food system. And this all changes should focus on the effort of the sustainable food. So I'm sure that this explains the today's theme, these three aspects of our approach for the today's deliberation. To resolve the issue, the point lies to ensure to feed 10 billion people by 2050 without disturbing the ecosystem. To meet the aforesaid challenges, year 23 is celebrating the International Year of Millet as declared by United Nations General Assembly at its 75th session. So what do we achieve by celebrating such years? Why at a forefront, the universe is declared as a millet of the year? What we will achieve by declaring this? So I'll just quote one example. The achieved by celebrating such years, answer is after 2013, the International Year of Kona, the quinoa, that is the one superfood, rose its popularity and it's grown across the world. Researchers say sudden rise in popularity benefited farmers, but also resulted in a boom and bust cycle. So this all concerns the same could happen to millet. Quinoa, the cultivation of quinoa and further processing and bring to the main our food diet. In the food diet, it has become very popular after 2013 when the United Nations again declared as the year of the superfood. So and further, as a result of this, we expect that similar gain its popularity, millet will get the popularity and further to be its peak for their nutritional quality. Hence, keeping aforesaid perceptions, one of the main objectives to address in the conference is to boost millet processing, consumption and production by focusing, as rightly said, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi aims to make International Year of Millet as people's movement. In terms of celebrating Year of Millet, our Finance Minister, Honorable Madam Nirmala Sitharaman, also announces the Union Budget and refer to millet as Sarianna, means that best of all grains. So millet is going to be a main course of our diet, what we are expecting now or what we are trying to popularize because of all its nutritional quality and health benefits. Further, scientifically, it is listed that the staple crops such as rice, wheat, maize cannot solve the crisis of micronutrient deficiency. Therefore, millet, an alternative source, on the other hand, are known to have a range of nutritional benefits. And further, it is added that millets are gluten-free, low glycemic index, and range of nutritional benefits. In spite of all this, millets didn't see the growth and popularity which rice, wheat, and maize as did in 20th century. In the first few decades, per capita consumption of millet dropped, say, from 80% in rural and 75% in urban areas. In current conference, the multidisciplinary approach to achieve the target would cover the following 6 interests under the food system. First, it comes the foremost thing, that is the food nutrition research, or what I should say, that food tourism research. Looks a very fancy word, but tourism research, what I mean as a food, different part of the world offer varieties of food. So let us understand what type of those foods and how it helps to our as a nutrition benefit or micronutrient benefit to in our diet. Number 2 comes the food eating habit from around the world. Type, again, it is related to again the diversity in the system of our food habits. Even within the country, if we see that the food habit from state to state, it is a different. Third point comes with us the understanding consumer preference and acceptability of the product. That is very important. When we want to popularize the product, it should be acceptable to the consumer. So that is the third point. Fourth is the consumer trust in food safety or food quality. Whatever we are developing at this platform, that consumer should have the trust in that, yes, it is a quality product. That is a convincing factor to the consumer, again from the scientist or the processing or the technologist. Fifth point comes the economic aspects of the recovery or economic aspect of the waste recovery, because food industry, it should be there. It is a very important factor to tackle with the waste generated during the processing. And last point comes that a strategy to meet the global demand for natural food. When we use rice or wheat, in the natural form. And similar way, we want to popularize millet as a natural food. So with this, apart from the aforesaid solutions, if we tackle with all these 6 points what is listed, have a look on that United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, popularly known as 17 SDGs. That is the Sustainable Development Goals, which provides us a blueprint for the sustainable global development and focuses to food security and nutrition, especially targeting zero hunger. That is what we are looking at the SDGC goals, achieving food security and eliminating malnutrition in all the forms and promoting health sustainable food. In this forthcoming our ongoing that AMIFOST sessions, we are going to explore all our above listed perceptions. So I believe that this 2-day conference will help us to highlight the thought on the subject and in turn accelerate the development of the food industry, keeping in view of challenges and opportunities for the future. With this, I wish all delegates a successful deliberation. Once again, I would like to convey my highest regards to my all gurus for blessing us to organize this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request our HOI sir to kindly felicitate Dr. Nutan Kaushik ma'am, Director General, Food and Agriculture Foundation, Amity University, Noida. Thank you, sir. I also request sir to kindly felicitate Bani ma'am, Professor, Department of Foods and Nutrition, Institute of Home Economics, University of Delhi, and convener, Nutrition Society of India, Delhi chapter. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. Bani Tamba Eri, Professor, Department of Foods and Nutrition, Institute of Home Economics, University of Delhi, and convener, Nutrition Society of India, Delhi chapter, to kindly introduce the conference. Please, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Namaskar and greetings from the Nutrition Society of India. We are indeed very happy to have you all amongst us today on this bright and auspicious day of Baisakhi, which marks the beginning of new tidings. The Nutrition Society of India was established in 1967, and it's a body which is looking after the nutrition concerns of the country. We are a body of nutrition scientists and nutritionists all over India. The Delhi chapter of the Nutrition Society of India is indeed very happy to have collaborated with the Amity Institute of Food Technology, Amity University, for the 6th AMIFOST 2023 on the theme Multidisciplinary Approaches for Sustainable Foods. Now, we're all very familiar with the fact that India is undergoing a transition, a nutrition transition, so to say. We have overcome certain problems of malnutrition in our country, but we are still battling with a lot of stunting and wasting which we see in our children. But on the other hand of the spectrum, we also have diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and obesity, which is adding on to the burden. When we come to risk factors associated with it, of course, we always talk about the genetic predisposition. We are born with these genes. We can't escape these genes. But then there are these other factors which are modifiable. What are these factors? These factors are things like a very poor dietary lifestyle, especially amongst the youngsters, a sedentary lifestyle. Most of us are spending a lot of hours of the day sitting in front of our screens and not much activity. There is also a lot of improvement in commuting services, so we're not even walking much. We are also increasingly becoming stressed about small issues in life.
And all this is adding to the problem of malnutrition in our country. All these are modifiable factors. And nutrition here plays a very important role in managing these factors. So nutrition becomes a key factor in managing all this problem in our country. The pandemic, the COVID pandemic, saw us counting on nutrition, and it was seen that people who had a better nutritional status, they had a more robust immune status, and these people fell ill less. Perhaps the recovery was faster, the illness was milder, and many of us actually also started popping in vitamin C pills and micronutrient pills, drinking a lot of kara, thinking this is going to help us. But building up immunity is not an overnight thing. It's not the waving of a magic wand. There's no magic pill which says maine kha liya aur mera nutrition bahut acha ho gaya. We have to work on it. So the humble nutrition, humble Indian thali, what we say, which has chawal or roti or sabzi and dal and salad or some lassi and curd, is actually a balanced meal. The problem is we are moving away from this, and we are moving more towards what we call the so-called Western diet. There's nothing wrong with that Western diet, except for the fact that it is very high in fat, it is very high in salt, it is very high in sugar. All this is adding on to the burden. Now, in addition to this, so here is where nutrition scientists and food technologists like you have a role to play. In addition to this, it is also thought that when we are producing diets for our populations, these diets also have to be sustainable. They have to be healthy for the environment as well. A multidisciplinary approach is thus the need of the hour, which will focus on not only correcting the faults in our diets, but also make these diets sustainable and environment friendly. Dr. Modi spoke about millets. Millets are very sturdy foods. Millets are indigenous crops. They were grown in India for centuries, but we forgot about them. These are crops which require less water. These are crops which are more sturdy. They require less pesticides, and therefore they have a greener footprint as compared to the traditional crops which are grown in our country. Their millets are very high in fiber. They are gluten-free. They are very beneficial for people who are struggling with non-communicable diseases like diabetes. They're also very rich in various multinutrients like calcium, like magnesium, and also vitamins. So therefore very healthy as well. So returning back to these traditional systems is also going to be the focus of the conference today. The proceedings and deliberations of this conference will assess and address these aspects and provide solutions to the problem. And we hope that discussions on getting back to our traditional dietary systems, including indigenous foods, will further bring focus on the theme. And we also urge the food technologists to work together with nutrition scientists to provide sustainable solutions. I see a lot of young men, young women in the auditorium today, and I urge you young minds, you budding food technologists and nutritionists, to try and get the maximum out of the sessions. The speakers we have here are experts in their field. And we all must use this opportunity to learn any one thing. Maybe it's a new policy, maybe it's a new idea of research. Even if it is one new term, it is going to be beneficial for all. So let's all become sponges for 2 days and absorb the maximum out of the deliberations. We are indeed thankful to each one of the eminent speakers to have agreed to be part of the deliberations. And we thank the academicians, the students, the faculty of the Amity Institute of Food Technology to be part of this conference. We hope the participants and all the stakeholders will benefit from all these discussions. I wish the conference all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. It is my privilege to welcome on stage Dr. Nutan Kaushik, ma'am, Director General, Food and Agriculture Foundation, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida. Having over 25 years of extensive research in research and development in the field of agriculture policy, biotechnology, plant protection, natural resources, and natural product. She had substantial experience nearly for a period of 2 decades in training and capacity building, planning and monitoring in the areas related to environment, life sciences, and agricultural development. Ma'am has also involved in the development of new analytical methodology, isolation and characterization of natural products, and toxicological evaluation of pesticides against insects and pests, having over 50 publications and handled more than 40 projects of European Union, USAID, UNEP, Indo-German, Indo-French, Indo-Australia, Indo-Spanish, and Indo-Norway. It is our privilege that ma'am is with us in this inaugural session. I request you, ma'am, to kindly enlighten our participants.
Thank you for inviting me for this very important conference. So, Honorable Founder President, the Chancellor, sir, respected Vice Chancellor, ma'am, respected Professor W. Silvamurthy, sir, Dr. Prabhat Kumar, Dr. Benny, and Dr. Bodhi, and all my colleagues and dear students. I'm really very privileged to be here on the 6th edition of this AMIFOST. I joined MIT in 2017, and immediately after my joining, the second edition of the AMIFOST happened. So that was the first my encounter with the AMIFOST. I'm really happy to see how this AMIFOST is growing day by day, and the focus is happening is really diversing each year by. So I really congratulate Dr. Bodhi for and also thank Dr. Nutrition Society of India for continuously supporting this AMIFOST and collaborating with us. So thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you, and I congratulate each one of you who is the part of this organizing committee, that you people are working so hard that you're making it successful year by year. And then the panorama and the type of topics which are discussing every year is really bringing new ideas and new paradigm in the research of food science. Now, this year's topic is all about multidisciplinarity. As Dr. Bodhi highlighted, there are three key words which are associated with this topic, which has been given this year. One is the multidisciplinarity. So Dr. Bodhi talked about all the food science disciplines which we are taking care of. But second thing, which two more things which are also part of this multidisciplinarity is the digital technology and also the biotechnology. These two technologies are also coming up very fast in new research in the area for food science and technology. For example, now we are all, as we know that the world is protein deficient, and majority of the protein in non-vegetarian population comes from the animal sources. And 1/3 of the land is used to produce the food for the livestock to produce the meat. So can we really reduce, can we provide the alternative sources of the meats or the protein sources by which we can reduce this, so that the more land can be available for the production of the food rather than the production for the animals and so on. So this is where the biotechnology comes into this thing. Now we are all talking about the lab-grown meats and so on. And this is where and second thing is how we can increase the food production. Food production we can increase, but simultaneously we are also focusing on minimizing the losses. Like, as you know, around 40 to 60% of the food we produce is lost somewhere. So lost foods is lost natural resources. We invest lot many natural resources in producing these foods, and we are losing if we are losing these food products during the supply chain, anywhere during the production or the post production or during the on the table or wherever we are losing these foods. So one thing which we can minimize the losses is by enhancing the shelf life, or by prioritizing by seeing that how we can minimize in the supply chain. If we can incorporate the digital technologies, like we have the apps which are available, which can take care, which can monitor the temperature of each shelf wherever the food is kept in the storerooms or the cold storage, and it can tell which is the shelf where the food is going to decay first. So the marketing people can focus on the shelf where the food is going to decay or going to be lost first, that shelf can be taken care of. And then likewise, there are many technologies which are coming up. In biotechnology, lab-grown meats are coming up. Many things are coming up in biotechnological innovation, functional food, and so on. So these are and now coming to the sustainability part. Sustainability is a very buzzword, and we often use it very casually without even understanding the meaning of the sustainability. Sustainability, when we talk about, has three things in mind. One is the like continuous supply, like it should be able to meet the the current generation, the requirements of the current generation as well as of the future generation. It means the supply chain should continuously be able to maintain the production, irrespective of the population growth or something like that. Second thing aspect is the environment. It should, whatever we produce, whatever we grow, whatever we make, the food, it should not hamper our environment. Environmental sustainability is also the part of the sustainability. It should not degrade our environment. It should not hamper any of the natural resources, like overuse of the water, over pollution of the air pollution, and so on. So how to take care of this? This is another thing which we need to deliberate upon. Like whatever we produce, whatever is the life cycle, throughout the life cycle, supply chain from farm to fork, it should not degrade our environment. Third thing is the economic sustainability. Whatever we produce, whatever the technology we give, it should be affordable to the people. So three things. One is the continuous supply. It should the technical feasibility. Second, the environmentally benign. Third is economically affordable. If any technology meets three criteria, it is a sustainable technology. So whenever we develop any technology, we should keep these three minds. And I think all this multidisciplinary will bring this sustainability angle into your technology, whatever in the food science also. So now, the conference has 4 technical sessions. I hope that the deliberation which will happen during these 4 sessions will bring a lot of new insights into this new area, and will able to, and this will also open up the young minds which are sitting over here to think more in this area. What are the new research areas? What are the new focus areas where they should focus on and where they should work on? Now, it was like touched upon by Dr. Bhani and Dr. Modi also about the millet year. This is being the millet year. A lot of things are being talked about the millets. So can we, as a food scientist, develop some new products from out of the millet? What is the problem with the millet? Millet is so good, but why the millet did not pick up? The problem was only the shelf life of the millet. What you call, after the grinding, because it contains, particularly the bajra and pearl millet, it contains linolenic acid, very high content of the linoleic acid and linoleic acid. Because of it, it gets rancid after 7 days. So can we use the vacuum packaging? Can we remove or partially remove the oil? How to increase the shelf life of these millets is one of the key areas where the research should go on. And one must deliberate what are the new things which are happening in this area. Second thing, how to make it like more acceptable as a food. So can we do some kind of mixing and matching and so on? So this is the thing. And I would like to emphasize here that in MIT, a lot of research is going on in millet-based functional foods. And our students have prepared a lot of good recipes and so on. And so maybe, that can be displayed over here and that can be debated. And I will request each one of you to become the entrepreneur. There's a lot of opportunity to become the entrepreneur in this entrepreneurship in the millet-based food. So that can also be talked about. I think there are a couple of sessions on the startup sessions, and there we would like to see how these entrepreneurships are coming up, particularly in the field of millet-based food. So that is another thing. And Dr. Silva Modi sir is there. I think he will talk about what is happening in Amity University about in the area of food and agriculture. So I'll not touch upon those areas. So with these words, I would like to stop here, and I wish the conference is great success. And once again, I congratulate each one of you, the team under Dr. Modi, who has worked so hard to make it a successful conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I now humbly request Dr. Selvamurthy Sir, Director General, Amity Directorate of Science and Innovation and President, Amity Science Technology and Innovation Foundation. Sir has served DRDO for over 40 years and under whom all the health-related and life support technologies were developed and inducted in the armed forces for keeping the health and efficiency of soldiers even in extreme operational environments. Presently, member of the Scientific Advisory Committee to Cabinet SACSI, Government of India, and member of High-Powered Committee appointed by ICMR. Having publication over 250 research papers and 18 books to his credit, Sir has represented our country at the Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons at the Conference of State Parties as Executive Council, Working Group, and Confidentiality Commission. TFEC has also appointed Sir as chairman to formulate vision for the National for Health and Medical Sciences till the year 2035. I welcome you, sir, and to kindly address our participants.
So students, very good morning. Good morning. Let's welcome all of our guests with a big applause of Amity style. Yes, that's it. Beautiful. So friends, I'm very delighted to be here at the 7th edition of the AMIFOST, which Amity has attached a lot of importance for the series of events Amity Institute of Food Technology is organizing over the years. For the reason, the food is a primordial requirement for everyone, without which you can't survive. So food is very important for all of us. So Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balvinder Shukla, and all of us from Amity fraternity extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest today, Dr. Prashant Kumar Nema, who is the Director NIFTEM, and he is in Sonipat campus. He is the chief there, and he is a great leader in food engineering and food technology domain. For over 3 decades, he has made a mark in this field. So let's welcome our chief guest, Dr. Nema. And we are also fortunate to have Dr. Bani with us, whom I have known for years, the Nutrition Society of India, which also honored me a couple of years ago with Dr. B.K. Anand Research Prize in Hyderabad. And I have a long association because of my connect with DRDO for 40 years. And we used to connect with this society for food for soldiers who have to operate in extremes of environments, high altitude, cold, desert, underwater, aerospace, low intensity conflict. So you need to give special food to soldiers. So we used to take their advice, guidance from Nutrition Society of India as well, because we have a very strong military nutrition group in DRDO. So we used to work very closely with them. I also welcome our very distinguished guest, Dr. Manoj Patel from CSIO. Welcome, Dr. Let's give a big clap to Dr. Manoj. He is a principal scientist, which is a CSIR lab in Chandigarh, which is close to our Mohali campus as well. And welcome to you. And we have a very close interface with CSIR by a MOU. Amity Group is connected with CSIR. So your presence here is yet another important milestone to strengthen our partnership with CSIR, particularly CSIO. I also welcome our friend here, Dr. Abdul Rashid, who is an engineer by profession, working on refrigeration for cold storage, post-harvest management technologies, which is very, very vital. And he has developed a system which can develop refrigeration to a level of minus 280 degrees Celsius. So that type of specialist in the field of refrigeration from Trivandrum, welcome you. And we also are joined by many delegates, speakers from Sweden, UK, Australia, and many other countries online. So we welcome each and every one of you, and my own friend Mohit, who have joined us here, Mohit Verma. So let's welcome each and every one of the participants over here. As I said, the global family has 7 billion people today. The 7 billion people have to be fed nutritious diet. So that is why the AMIFOST is important, to look at what are the novel methods, disruptive technologies in food domains, food engineering, which can help us not only meeting our hunger needs, but also the nutritional needs, the balanced food, and also the food for health. So that if you are eating the right food, you don't need medicine. Food is medicine itself. So that is why in Tamil there is a saying, Marundana Venda Mandarku Arundiyadu Attu Unin. That means you don't need medicine. If you eat the right food at the right time, when you are hungry to the level you have to fulfill your hunger, and you take the balanced food, you don't need any medicine, and you can lead a healthy life. So that is the meaning of that Tamil Tirukural. So I want to convey that food is very important, not only for survival, it's for good health, and to be at the best efficiency. You have to be at the best of your cognitive efficiency, physical efficiency, all that require that you need to have the right kind of diet, which will not only carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, trace elements, everything has to be there if you have to be at the best of your health and efficiency. That is why you students, you are very important, because you are taking that domain as your career as well as your research areas. The country is celebrating today, Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav, we have been celebrating 75 years. When I was like you in the school, when we got independence in 1947, can anybody tell what was the population of India? Anyone? Any student? What was the population at the time of independence? Students? Right, it's actually 30 crore. In crores, it was almost 30 crore population. But at that time, India was not able to feed. So food has to come from another country. So a ship loaded with wheat coming from PL 480 from United States. We used to be very jubilant. Our ration shops, food supply will also be food that will be filled with the wheat. But today, what is the population today? 140 crores, 1.4 billion people. So now we have to feed 30 crore we could not feed, but today we are able to feed 1.4 billion people because of science and technology. The people sitting here on the dais, the green revolution, we are top in the milk production. We are number one in the world in milk production. We are in cereals, pulses, we are number 2. Horticulture produce, vegetables, fruits, we are number 3. So you name fisheries, poultry, anything you related to food, India is in top 5 or top 3. So that is, we have transformed a begging bowl, which India was. Today it's a breadbasket. So that is because of the power of science and technology, food, science and technology, agriculture technology. So that is why the science and technology has that power to transform any nation to be a wealthy, healthy nation. The theme which was mentioned by Dr. Modi, Dr. Nutan Kaushik, that it is healthy, sustainable foods is the topic. And then where you look at multidisciplinary, an engineer sitting here, a food scientist sitting here, agricultural engineer sitting there. So all these people looking at in a multidisciplinary way. It cannot be just only food technologists and food scientists, but it has to come from everywhere. Even AI will come in now. Machine learning will come when you are looking at food processing. So that is why it is becoming multidisciplinary approach is very vital if you have to meet this healthy and sustainable foods requirement of 7 billion people, which India is capable of meeting this need. Where the soil health, see how does the nutrition comes for the individuals is from the food, where it is dependent on soil health, water quality, atmospheric profile. All this will contribute to produce healthy food. So that is why you need to have all these parameters. Amity is a research and innovation driven university. We have now 12 universities in India, 18 campuses abroad, 28 schools, 200,000 students, 10,000 faculties, 5,000 PhD scholars. So this Amity University, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, has created with research and innovation focus. So that is where here you find 500 students in food technology. 800 students in agriculture technology. It's a big force. We have 700,000 alumni across the globe from Amity. So this is the power Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the founder president, has given. For him, research and innovation is the genoon, which he says it is a genoon. So this Amity group has filed 1,900 patents, more than 1,900 patents in the just 18 years of our existence. And many of them are getting translated into product technology processes, including from food technology. So our aim is to culminate our research, not only in publication, which are now more than 40,000 from Amity, and not only 1,900 patents, but getting them translated into product technology process to reach out to the people, which is the goal. And coming to agriculture and food in Amity is a very strong vertical. Dr. Ashok Chauhan, the Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan created. As soon as it was started, the university system started in Amity, this vertical was created because food security is very vital, not only for our India, but also for the globe. So this group has done a lot in improving productivity per hectare, like using microbial technology, Piriforma spora indica, which is a root endophyte, which gives protection against the abiotic stress. So we have harnessed that, put a bioreactor. 5 industries have taken this technology, including one from Taiwan, which is an industry over there. So this is food technology, microbial technology application is one vertical, which is very important. Biocontrol and plant disease management is yet another vertical in food technology. The third one is biofortification, which is very important for nutrition. So zinc is deficient in many of our soils. Zinc is deficient, but zinc is very important coenzyme in our metabolism. So we have done research from Amity on the biofortification of zinc. And then post-harvest is a very strong international center we have developed over here to mitigate the problem of the post-harvest loss, which is more than 20 to 30% in some certain produce. So we are taking care of it by zero energy cooling chamber, then a new sensor which we have developed, AmiCool, and also we have reversible blocking of ethylene receptors by using MCP1. So a lot of efforts is happening in post-harvest in Amity. And finally, how do we double the income of the farmers? So we have developed an agrivoltaic. Same agriculture land, you can cultivate crops on the ground, and over the ground you put the pole, put the photovoltaic, harness the energy, solar energy. So farmer gets 2 income, one from the crop, the other from the solar energy. So these are some initiatives, and we have made a document, AgriVision, Amity AgriVision 2035. So please look at that document. We would like to partner with NIFTEM. Director NIFTEM is here. And so this to realize this vision, we need partnership. That is why it is multidisciplinary, multi-institutional. And the mission which Amity is propelled by 3 missions, Mission Synergy, Mission Connect, and also Mission Outcome. So we would like to connect with you, Dr. Nema, and all other experts over here, Dr. Bani, and also from our scientists from CSIO. So all these people, and also the cold storage group which we have. So all of us, we should work together. So the final message is the AgriVision, Amity AgriVision focuses on about 6 verticals. One is precision agriculture, because we should be precise, whether you want to give water, you want to give fertilizer, or you want to give pesticide. Precise, don't use ad lib. So precision agriculture is one focus. The other one is vertical agriculture. Vertical farming is another vertical which we are creating. And also the genome engineering for agricultural application in biotechnology, genome engineering. We have a strong group, gene editing using CRISPR-Cas9 technologies, and also developing the mutant. We are working on rice varieties. Then we are also focusing on protected cultivation and organic agriculture. So these are the verticals which we are focusing. And the final message is we want to work with you, and we have a huge workforce. The young students, brilliant students, they are ready to come for internship. They are ready to be placed in your industries. They want to become entrepreneurs. They want to become startups. So here is an opportunity to see this young, brilliant minds to be transformed into a great asset in food technology. Best wishes to all of you, and God bless you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share some thoughts.
Thank you, sir. It is my privilege and honor to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Ma'am, Professor Balwinder Shukla. Having a strategic mindset and creative thinking ability, Ma'am has always been one of the key team member, spearheading and instrumental in the exponential growth of Amity Group engaged in higher education. Ma'am is an astute architect of a unique flexi framework, including outcome-based education, an instrumental element in aligning the learning outcomes and operational outcomes. Having an extensive experience of over 30 plus years, Ma'am has conducted over 50 plus several executive programs and consulting assignments for industry and mentored many budding entrepreneurs and promoted entrepreneurship such as Technology Entrepreneurship Development Program, Women Entrepreneurship Development Program for many young students. Ma'am was also a recipient of various prestigious awards and honors such as 100 Most Influential Directors of India by World Education Congress, special recognition by Society for Human Resource Management, SHRM, Outstanding Contribution to Education Award, Women Enabler by TIE, Being Phenomenal by Indian National Bar Association are some few to name. Ma'am is an institutional builder, an inspirational leader, and quality networker. It is our honor for us that Ma'am has graced this inaugural session with her presence. I request our HOI sir to kindly welcome Ma'am.
Good morning, madam. It gives me a very great pleasure to extend a very warm welcome personally and on behalf of Amity Institute of Food Technology. Especially honored to welcome Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam, Amity University, for taking time off from her busy schedule to join this important inaugural session of Amity AMIFOST, 6th AMIFOST 2023. Madam, your all guidance and encouragement always keeps us active to do more and more. We welcome you, Madam. A big applause for Madam. Over to you, Madam.
We have a very honorable Chief Guest, Professor Prabhat Kumar Nimaji, Director, National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management. Our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhanji, most respected Honorable Founder President, sir, all the distinguished guests, my colleagues from Amity, all the distinguished participants, and the young food technologists. I, on behalf of Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, and all the deans and head of institution, extend very warm welcome to our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Prabhat Kumar Nimaji, and also I extend very warm welcome to Dr. Bani Tambar, Ari from convener of the Nutrition Society of India, and also the head of the Department of Food and Nutrition, IHG. I would like to congratulate Dr. V.K. Modi and his entire team for last 6 years consecutively organizing this international conference, AMIFOST. And this year's the theme has been chosen, very aptly and aligned with the national focus of Government of India, and that how the food and nutrition be looked at from the very different perspective for the healthy life, healthy society, and which requires a multidisciplinary approach for the healthy and sustainable foods, and which will be not only covering the the traditional aspect, but it will be covering the topics from the field of food technology, nutrition, and also addressing the complex challenges like food, where issues related to health, environment, economics, and social justice interests are there. And our Dr. Selva Murthy, President of MIT Science and Technology Foundation, has already very elaborately addressed the and shared that what all the initiatives MIT Education Group is taking in the area of food and nutrition and agriculture, as per the vision of our Honorable Founder President. Where the way back when the MIT University, Uttar Pradesh, was established in 2005, and food technology was among the first few institution which was also established with the state of the art for the food processing center also. And the focus was also not only on the agriculture and food technology, but it was also on the post harvest technologies, how we can save the each grain the from field to fork, because during the supply chain, that from field, lot of the pilferage and the loss of the food happens but how to using the technology and stopping the any kind of waste of the food during the supply chain can be stopped. And very innovative research and technologies were developed by our post harvest technologies were developed by our researcher and scientists, and which further are being taken by Dr. Nutan Kaushik now, and then many of the new technologies are being developed. So the MIT University is always an integrated approach that how the multidisciplinary research can address the societal needs and the national priorities. So I would like to congratulate Dr. Nutan Kaushik, Dr. Modi, Dr. Ajit Verma ji, and many other scientists who have on forefront worked in these areas. And as Dr. Sulamurthy has already elaborated on that. And as we all know that the United Nations has declared the 2023 the International Year of Millets. And we all know in India the millets have been the very staple diet and has been the for in very various regions in the country that is the primary and the food for the people. And the government of India is celebrating Millet of the Year with the three key objectives to create domestic and global demand for the millet, to ensure the food and nutritional security, which is very important, and also to popularize millet as a core ingredient in the food system, because it is a very healthy and food, and is a substitute and alternative to the many other foods which are not that healthy for the healthy in nature. So I'm sure that the experts and the distinguished speakers and the participants who are part of this international conference will be engaged in very stimulating dialogues and inspire the innovative solutions to issues related to healthy and sustainable foods, and how the emerging technologies are helping in these directions. And I'm sure that on conclusion of this conference, not only that the deliberation and discussions will happen, but also new alliances, new collaborations will also be initiated, or be the at least the discussion and debates will be initiated for the long term mutually beneficial relationship between the academic institutions and the industry, as well as the national and international organizations. Amity University has focused on how to provide the multidisciplinary education to the students as per the National Education Policy 2020, and so therefore the student have multiple options to choose from the disciplines in addition to their core discipline, whether it's the food sciences or food technology or the nutrition or any other disciplines. How the student can pick up the a discipline from the other disciplines, or second discipline or the third discipline, which gives the choice to the students to have the holistic view of the education and develop the not only their cognitive skills, but at the same time to develop their social skills, the physical skills, and the emotional skills, and so that they have the holistic development. Because today the industry is looking for a people who have the in addition to the discipline knowledge, have the um, the cognitive skills and the emotional skills, and therefore Amity has been always focusing on one side on developing the right kind of the skills and competence among the student, but at the same time focusing on the career aspirations of the student and providing the required support to the students whether they would like to start their own venture. So Amity has a huge focus on entrepreneurship development and student startups. So I'm very happy to see the Dr. Nima here, where the focus is again in his institution is on entrepreneurship and management. And I think there's a common area of interest where we can work together and to align the align with the national priorities and the societal needs, and create also, because we are in the Amrit Kal, so how together we can contribute to the economic development of the nation and to make this country fully developed as per the vision of our honorable Prime Minister, and that's where our honorable Founder President and Chancellor are working and focusing that together we contribute to the nation building through academic research and beyond, and make this world a better place to live for all. So once again, I extend to all our distinguished chief guests, guests of honor, all the participants, and look forward working together to make this world a better place to live and make those changes which are needed for the societal development and the nation building. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, ma'am. You have always been an inspiration that keeps us motivating for the achievement of our um, achievements, actually. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. I request our dignitaries and delegates to kindly release the souvenir AMIFOST 2023.
I'm really very thankful to our madam. In spite of her, she's not within good health right now. We wish that her fast recovery. And in spite of that, madam has agreed to address us. Really, we are honored with all his presence and with her motivation. And our institute is on real foot, war foot. It's just because of all madam. So let's give a very big applause to our madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you.
I request our dignitaries to kindly release the souvenir AMIFOST 2023. Moving forward, I request and it's my honor to welcome our chief guest, Professor Prabhat Kumar Nema, Director, National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management, NIFTM, Kundli, Haryana. Sir's main research areas are fruits and vegetable processing, high pressure processing, and food drying, etc. Having over 47 research publications and 5 books to his credits, and having over 1,000 citations, Sir is also the recipient of various awards and honors, such as Seligman APV Fellowship by the Society of Chemical Industry, London, UK, and have been granted with a travel grant by Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to deliver keynote speech and chair the technical session in Asia Pacific Drying Conference in China. It is my privilege again to having you, sir, for the inaugural session of 2 days international conference on multidisciplinary approach for healthy and sustainable foods.
Very good morning. I think you need food. Very good morning, everybody. Yeah, that's a great, and you should never be deprived of food. Food is the basic need of everybody, and food processing needs multidisciplinary approach, for which we are here today. I very humbly would like to thank Dr. Shukla, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Amity University, Dr. Selva Murthy, Director General of Amity Directorate of Science and Innovation Foundation, Dr. Nutan, Director General of Amity Food and Agriculture Foundation, Dr. Bani, and my own guru, Dr. V.K. Modi, sir, who has always been a source of great inspiration for me for various things. I usually consult him for many things, and he always helps me. And today I could see that with great enthusiasm and energy, he's organizing this program, which is really becoming very successful. Besides, we also have other eminent guests here, Dr. Manoj, Dr. Rashid, sir. In fact, I feel that we have a galaxy of people here, eminent speakers, eminent experts, great people, and I don't deserve to be chief guest today. I just want to be the follower of them, and I have a lot of things to learn from them, and they have given me this opportunity. So I very humbly thank everybody, all the people who are there on the dais and off the dais and available online. It's a really great occasion for me that today I am getting this opportunity to interact with all of you, with the students, with the participants, and with the people who come from the multidiscipline today, including Dr. Rashid, who comes from the mechanical, cryogenics. People are here from life science, food technology, health, nutrition, and really it's a very like a sangam where people are coming from different streams and making a beautiful things called food. So thank you very much regarding this program, whose topic is multidisciplinary approach for health and sustainable food. And as my previous speakers have told a lot of things, I think not many things are left for me to speak. But the topic that includes healthy and sustainable food, I think it's a very scientific substitution of millets. Millet, this year we are celebrating as International Year of Millets. And if you look at the properties of millets, it fulfills all the requirement for which this conference we are going to organize here. It has all poshak tattva, all nutrients. Okay. And that's why our Prime Minister has given it a name as Sri Anna. Sri means something very respectable, something very specific, something very special. So millet is very special for all of us. Although our ancient, we are using it from the ancient time, but somehow we lost its importance in the middle, in the order of becoming modernized. We undermined the value of millets, but it is really picking up again, once again, and people have recognized it. And that's why I think so many programs are being organized in the name of millets. And we want to become the global hub for millets in terms of the production, in terms of the processing, in terms of the export. And we want to become the global competitive country in terms of the food processing, particularly for the millets. And I would say that you all are very important because you are the one who are going to take it forward. You are the one who are going to take it up, meet the challenges, because there are many challenges in millets for processing, for extracting the nutrients, for making the bioactive things available for the health. All those things, I could see that there are various topics which are planned here. They are really going to be very important for the young people like you. Besides that, I could see that there are people who are from the my previous generations, my generation, my next generations. So there is an amalgamation of generations. So you can understand that how much knowledge is going to be shared here, how much knowledge is going to be discussed here. And that thing we have to only synchronize and put it in the right place, in the right perspective, so that we can come out with the right kind of recommendations, which can actually be utilized and meet the challenges of these problems which industry is facing in these days. Then I would like to appreciate the efforts of Amity University. And I'm told that this is the sixth consecutive AMIFOST that is being held here. So it's a really great occasion to appreciate that there is a continuous efforts being made by the Amity for food processing areas also. Otherwise, everybody is talking about computer, IT, but FT is equally important. And without FT, you cannot survive. And you have seen it in the COVID period that everything can wait, but food is must. Food is the basic need, and that we have to manage it anyhow. I am also observing that Amity is taking care of all the facets of food processing that is required, starting from the, I would say, knowledge, from research, from outreach. The students are getting well placed. If you consider the knowledge imparted by Amity, there is a consistent improvement in the quality of food processing over the year. In the last few years, we have seen that new colleges have come up. But along with that, Amity is always hiring good faculty for teaching purpose. They are providing trainings. They are organizing events like this. So I think the Amity students are very fortunate to have all these things at one place. So I congratulate. I think most of you are from the Amity, and those who are not, definitely they would like to come here someday for teaching or for serving the food processing profession. So these are some of the things that I wanted to discuss. Apart from another important topic that has been mentioned is sustainability. So if you look at the millets, it's really, it fulfills all the requirement of becoming sustainable. So far, we have been trying to become self-sustainable in terms of the production. Of course, the millet production is also increasing, but in some times back, we gave more stress, more focus on the wheat and rice. Because of that, the millets did not get that much value it deserved. But now again, we are focusing, bringing back the focus on millets. So I think the sustainability issue will also be important. the environmental friendly crop, millet, will gain its importance. But another thing is, apart from the production, we also need to see that it is brought in the processed form, because millet processing is difficult, but it can be used for developing very good products, very good products. And recently I visited one exhibition held in New Delhi. You might have also visited. There were over 100 stalls and they were showing different products made from millets. So millet has a great potential and it can fulfill all the health and nutrition aspect or requirement of the body. So don't underestimate, and please work on these millets. See what are the challenges, what are the problems of the industry. And I think your education or training or knowledge will only be complete if you become able to serve something to the industry. Okay. Please make sure that whenever you are doing any research for your MTech program or PhD programs, take it to the logical end. Choose the problem which has some tangible solutions, which can resolve something, some existing problem of the industry, or you give something to the society. Because now the time has gone when we can do only the theoretical research. It's an applied science. Food processing is an applied science, and you have to see that your efforts are not wasted. It doesn't remain in the project reports or thesis, but it becomes a asset for the industry. It becomes a solution for the problems of the industry, which now industries are facing. And in millets, there are many challenges. You can choose many problems and come up with the solution of the same. So today it's a really great occasion. Once again, I would say that Amity is organizing this program. And tomorrow we have the birth anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar. And you all know that Dr. Ambedkar has written the Constitution of India. Okay, and that is the biggest constitution in the world. So tomorrow it's the concluding day for this conference also. I am sure that all the deliberations which will be held here, all the interactions, they will come out in the form of some recommendations, some suggestions, some input, so that we can pass it on to the respective bodies, policymakers, industries, so that all the effort that you are doing it today does not remain in the with you only, but it goes to the right kind of person who can use these recommendations and input. So these are the few things that I wanted to discuss. Thank you very much for inviting me here. And I hope I should not take much of your time, because it's good that inauguration and valedictory program were kept very short and more time is given for the technical sessions. Otherwise, usually in many functions, we spend more time on inaugurations and less in technical, but this is rightly designed. Hope this program will help you in acquiring good knowledge, good deliberations, interactions with the experts. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request our HOI sir to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Professor Prabhat Kumar Nema, with a memento and a sapling. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I request Dr. Meena Kumari, Assistant Professor, Convener, Amity Institute of Food Technology, Amity University, for her vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Sunan. Good morning to all. I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude to our Honorable Founder, Sir, Honorable Chancellor, Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Ma'am, Selva Murthy, Sir, Nutan, Ma'am, our Chief Guest, Professor Prabhat Kumar Nima, Sir, all dignitaries present here, my colleagues, students, and last but not the least, our participants for attending the inaugural session of the conference on theme Multidisciplinary Approach for Healthy and Sustainable Foods. Your presence here today is a testament to your commitment to promoting a healthy and sustainable food system. I would like to extend a special thanks to our distinguished chief guest who took the time to share his valuable insights and perspectives with us. Your speeches have set the tone for the rest of the conference, and we are grateful for your support. As we are in transition into the technical session, I would like to remind you all the importance of multidisciplinary collaboration in tackling the complex challenges facing the food system today. By pooling our collective knowledge and expertise, we can work towards developing holistic, evidence-based solutions that are both effective and sustainable. I am confident that the technical sessions will be just as engaging and productive as the inaugural session, and I look forward to the lively discussion and exchange of ideas that will certainly take place. Once again, thank you all for your participation, and I wish you all a fruitful and enjoyable conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll again join after a short break. High tea has been organized in F2 block, and we'll meet again for our first technical session in F3 seminar hall at 11:30 a.m. It's already. So we'll again join for our first technical session at 12 noon in F3 seminar hall. And for participants for having an oral presentation, they are requested to join in I1 fourth floor block in room number 403. Okay. I request our delegates and dignitaries to kindly join us for high tea in F2 block.